What's up, guys? The day that we have all been waiting for, literally since December 18th, 2015, right, is finally here. The Last Jedi's very, very first trailer has arrived, and I could not be more pumped. I honestly have been waiting for this, like I said, basically for the last year and a half. So incredibly excited to see this. They dropped it a little earlier than I was expecting. I'm a little bit late, actually, now. But without further ado, I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. This is going to be up on the web despite whoever's watching. So without further ado, let's actually go ahead and get started because I don't want to be kept waiting. I know you guys don't want to be kept waiting. Let's go ahead and see it. Ooh, October.
Just breathe. Now, reach out. What do you see?
Ooh. Oh.
Light. Darkness.
Is that symbol?
It's so much bigger.
Oh my god.
I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
I thought that was Kylo talking. Oh man, oh my god. That was incredible. I am so incredibly hyped for that. Oh man. What did you guys think? Actually, I'm going to open up the live stream. This is kind of fun. This is why I like doing these live. I've never done one of these live before. I definitely want to get your thoughts on this trailer. Personally, while I'm navigating my way through to the live stream, actually, I really enjoyed it. I'd say it less is more in these first teasers. I don't really want to know what the movie's about. It gives you the gist. It showed you all the main characters, basically. We got to see Leia a little bit there, which made me so sad. We got to see, of course, Luke there very briefly at the end. Rey featured very, very heavily in this. But really, the one thing that I just loved the visuals. I loved the visuals of the trailer. And I know Rian Johnson was always going to deliver. But man, it looks gorgeous. It looks even better than I personally could have imagined. Especially that shot over like what looked like some salt flats. They've got, I don't know if those are new fighters or if those are kind of like the T1s, like the land skippers. I can't remember the nickname for them. Somebody let me know in the comments down below. Man, this is... I am so on board. What did you guys think? Whose helmet was broken? I think that was Darth Vader's helmet. I think that was Vader's helmet, and maybe that's where Hayden Christensen might show up as the Force ghost of Anakin. It was Luke speaking. I thought it was Kylo speaking in the middle of the trailer. It was Luke speaking, saying the Jedi have to end, and I only know that. It's like I know one truth, and it was the Jedi have to end. Where was Chewie? Man, where was Chewie? We really. I feel bad now for saying that we got to see everybody. We didn't get to see him. It looked like Kylo Ren's. It might have been. I know. I kind of was thinking Vader, but who knows? Who else? Anybody else got any thoughts on the trailer? What did you guys think? Trailer basically shows and says the remnants of the Republic have been backed into a corner, cannot escape Sin Patti. Yes, that is exactly what that shows to me. I'm also really hyped to see a big space battle in this new era. We got to see A pretty good one in Rogue One, a pretty great one in Rogue One, but we didn't really get to see anything in The Force Awakens that was that way. You know, something on the par of the prequels or even Episode 5 and 6. Superman will be in this movie, yes. Was Captain Phasma in it? She was very briefly walking through fire. Leia was, I think she was the woman standing there at the kind of the hollow table with her back turned, which made me really sad. That shot of Phasma walking out of the flames was incredible. Daniel, the reaction whenever I finish this, and I'm probably only going to be on the chat for another 5 more minutes. Whenever I finish this, we're going to be able to, I guess we're going to have the reaction go back up so you guys will be able to see it. Can't wait to see what Ray training is like. Dude, me either. Did we see the Knights of Ren? I think there was a quick shot of maybe the temple being destroyed. Nick's doing the breakdown right now, so you'll be able to check that out hopefully in the next hour or so, and you'll get to see it. And I'm sure he'll talk about that. I wonder if they have the Super started. Me too. I'm looking forward to some of the new books because I wasn't into that stuff before The Force Awakens. Chuck Wendig's Aftermath series was really good. It almost looks like Luke has literally given up on fighting the First Order. There you go. Maybe it's one of those things where somebody new and passionate about that will bring him back into the fray, so to speak. You hear the other dialogue under the music. Huh. I didn't see that. I'm going to have to go watch the trailer again. I thought I saw the Knights of Ren. Yeah, movie. I think I peed a little. Me too, bud. I honestly didn't expect this to come until 12:30, so I was going up to get a cup of coffee, and I was eating something, and then Nick messaged me that the trailer had dropped, and I literally sprinted downstairs. Christopher Lance Chu, shout outs to shout out. Have you read Thrawn? Yes. If you're talking about the old Timothy Zahn books, so good, so good. Grew up with those. That's one of the things that I miss about the old EU was this wealth of books, and I'm hoping that the new canon will get there someday. But it's just the Star Wars story didn't end. It didn't end with the movies. It just kept continuing on into the books, and that's why I'm hoping that they keep it up. Birthday tomorrow, Jalen. Happy birthday, man! I think Luke didn't like that whole Jedi can't have attachment thing. I agree, especially if Rey is his daughter. Luke seems old and frail. He does. The hand reaching for it is wearing like an orange. Ooh, it is Doctor Strange. There you go. That's a crossover. This is just another dimension. How hyped for this movie are you? I'm incredibly hyped. Didn't like Aftermath. Been hard to finish. Life Debt was really good. I agree with you. I think Life Debt was the best. I don't really love how Empire's End tied it all together, but I think that's the best of what we got. Star Wars Channel live streamed the whole panel they did. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that. To listen really closely, music is really loud. Huh. Do you think they're going to make another Star Destroyer? Yes. I think we're going to see a big Star Destroyer in this one, like a massive Super Star Destroyer. So what does this mean? Does this mean the balance to the Force was a lie? That's a good question. I don't have an answer for that. I would say no. I think the balance is there, but the balance has been thrown off, especially if Luke has gone kind of gray. As the side of evil rises again, we're going to need to see another Jedi. Why does he want the Jedi to end? Well, it's because I think part of what the ending of Episode 6 is about is the fact that this dichotomy of light and dark, it's these absolutes weren't necessarily true, and they were kind of a binding cage. I mean, you hear Luke, that's one of the biggest prequel plot holes is it's I believe the Jedi, or it's, he's only a Sith deals in absolutes. It's well, buddy, there's an absolute that you just laid out right there. And I think I've never looked at that as a plot hole. I've looked at that as, well, the Jedi are just as convoluted and kind of, absolutist as the Sith. And so I think that's what Return of the Jedi was Luke trying to find another way. At the end when he walks back from the dark, he embraces the fact that he has these emotions, but he doesn't give in to them. So that's in order to fully embrace the Force, you have to embrace both. Palpatine was right. It's not a story you would hear from the Jedi. He said, actually, yesterday in the 40th anniversary panel, he said that's his favorite scene, the Darth Plagueis scene. And so people are wondering if Ian McDiarmid knows about the memes. Shout out to myself. Shout out to you too, Lord Pig. Maybe Vader and Luke will battle. Maybe. If it's another, kind of repeat of the cave. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up so that the people that didn't see my reaction, that didn't see the trailer, can see it again. I'm going to jump off here, make sure that it goes live for everybody else. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the reaction because it's about to play again. Without further ado, I'm going to jump off here, and I'll see you guys next time.